Okay, well, I guess that was it. Because the mission just kind of ended. Well, alright then. I just had to talk to him. Alright.
Hey there, what can I do for...
I want to talk to you about your brother.
I want to thank you for helping me with Griff. You did everything you could for my brother. More than most people would have. I know it might look like it didn't make any difference in the end. Griff's in debt and on the run like usual. But at least I know we tried to help him.
Don't give up on him, Mission. He could still change.
I know people can change no matter how bad they were, but I'm not holding my breath. None of us is perfect, but I've come to realize that Griff is a little less perfect than most. My brother is what he is, but I've learned to deal with that. I'll never forget that he looked after me when I was just a kid, but I don't feel like I owe him anything anymore.
Wow. That is a very mature attitude. Mature attitude, Mission.
I've made my peace with Griff and what he means to me. If he ever shows up again, I'll deal with him. But I'm not going to dwell on my brother anymore. It's time to move forward. So, is there anything else you need?
No.
Okay, have it your way.
Great to hear it. Okay then. Alright, yeah, off we go. The only other thing that we have left is now we have a threat from Zor, and I don't really know what to do about that. I might have to look that one up as well, but I have a few things I'm gonna try before we just go back to that planet that we were at. I know I'm kind of fucking this up by... Oh, well, whatever. I'm gonna go test some things out, and I'll bring you back if we discover anything else. Okay.
Excuse me, have you seen a mechanic about? Short fellow, bald. I've been looking...
Well, I'll be a Wookiee's uncle. Davin Coatress?
Jolie? Jolie Pinto? Why, you old freak. Last time I saw you, you were still wandering the galaxy in that old tug. I thought you were dead, old man.
I crashed somewhere and decided to stay.
Yeah, I'll just bet. Damn, old man, you look exactly the same as the last time I saw you. You pickle well.
You're too kind. Not the young lad anymore yourself, I see.
Care to introduce your friend, Jolie?
What are you, deaf? His name's Davin.
Uh-huh.
Old friend from my wanderer days. By the by, Davin, I really should be running off.
Of course, old man. Oh, wait. If you've been traveling in this sector, I suppose you heard about Sunry?
No, why? What's there to hear?
He's been picked up by the Selkath authorities on Manaan for murder.
That's preposterous.
Well, now we know.
I know. Laura is beside herself, as you can imagine. Maybe you could help them. I'm sure Sunray would appreciate a Jedi's assistance right about now.
Perhaps
Right
I
about
will at that.
now.
It's up to my friend here, actually. I'm just tagging along.
Yeah, sure. We'll do it.
I'd appreciate that. Sunry's an old friend. I'd hate to see him hurt.
Same here. Well, it was good to see you again. Give my regards to Alora if you see her.
I will. Be safe, old friend.
Cool. All right. So we got another mission. We're getting all sorts of stuff to do. Oh, okay. That didn't mark in our journal. Okay. Well, you know. Why didn't that mark in my journal? That's kind of cringe. But okay. Let's keep track of that. The fact that I gotta go back to Manaan. We'll go there next, I guess. Because I wouldn't know where else to go. So, yeah. And we are back on Manaan. Been a long time since we've been on Manaan. Long time. So I guess what we're looking for is prison cell guy. I wonder what happened to that. There was that guy that was looking for small animals, small creatures. Oh, you know what? Maybe I could have given him like one of the tacks. You know? If I was like really evil, I could have given him one of the little monkeys from Kashyyyk. That would have been an evil thing to do, I think. But I ended up giving him a bunch of what were those? Like little rabbits or something? And he just disappeared after that. He's just gone. That was very mysterious though, you know? Very mysterious. Anyways, what else did I do? I finished some... Oh, I ran out of copies of... free copies of Immortal Hulk. Fully caught up with that. That comic is so good. It's so cool. Highly recommend that one. It's one of the more interesting. I like how it goes over like all of the Gamma affected characters in the Marvel universe and kind of like creates this new lore for what gamma radiation actually is. There were some parts of it that like I didn't know enough about the larger like Hulk lore to fully understand at times. But goddamn, it's very like... It's very morbid and very cool and very interesting, and I like it a lot. I would love to have been able to read more of it, but fortunately I ran out of free issues. Which ironically, I ran out of free issues of like Daredevil a while back. And maybe I can talk to this stupid hotel guy. Now I have more free issues, so, you know, they added more. Which is cool. So that might be a trend, you know? Get to read a little further all the time. What's up?
Sorry, buddy, but ever since the murder, this old Republic war hero by the name of Sunry was seeing the Sith woman here, Alasa. Well, they were seeing each other, but the other night a blaster went off in one of the rooms. Sunry got seen leaving the place, and the Sith woman was dead on the floor. But not everyone thinks this Sunry did it, so the Selkath are holding him in prison while the case gets sorted out. In the meantime, they closed down my hotel. But enough about my problems. You can't...
Got something on your...
Mentioned something about your adventuring
Did I
days.
say that? Strange the tricks memory plays on you when you get older.
So you weren't an adventurer?
Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding you with questions, do you?
But you've already said so much, I'm curious.
I'm not here to satisfy your curiosity. No staring at the old man, that's what the sign says, damn it. And besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history, probably before you were born. History bores kids. Proven fact.
Well, old people love to talk about history, proven
Oh,
fact.
fine, fine. Have it your way. Just don't cry about it later. Yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. I had a full head of hair and an eagerness to see absolutely everything. Sound familiar? The Council was never happy with willful, brash Jolie Bindo, you see. Even less so when I began my smuggling career.
Smuggling? You were a smuggler?
Don't look at me like that, damn it. I wasn't always the wrinkled coat I am now, you know. I can still fight, too. So wipe off that smirk I see there. At the time, the Yukata system was interdicted by its own king. He preferred to keep his people starving and poor, all the better to oppress them. The Senate was trying to negotiate a peace, but they were getting nowhere as usual. I decided I wasn't going to wait. I found myself a ship and a partner, and we began smuggling food and supplies to the Yukata citizenry through the blockade.
Where did you get the credits for all the supplies?
Well, we didn't buy all the equipment per se. Some were happy to donate goods. Some we just knew had more than they could use.
So you stole it.
Stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough if they were compassionate. I considered it a tax on the greedy. We only got caught once. A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash landing. I thought the force had abandoned me, as I remember.
What happened then?
Well, as it happens, getting shot down turned out to be very fortunate. That day was the day
Was the day you what?
well, that was the day I met my wife.
What? Your wife? You were married?
You know another way to get a wife?
Yeah.
But yes, that's when I met her.
Aw.
If it's all the same to you, I prefer to stop talking now. My mouth is starting to draw flies.
Wow.
Got some.
Tell me about Sunry. How do you know him?
What? You think because I'm a hermit, I've always been a hermit? Just because I haven't seen Sunry for 20 years doesn't mean he's not a friend. A man could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. But to become a murderer, I can't see it. That's not the Sunry I knew. He was a good man. Put me up in his home for a year back after I left the Order. War hero, too. Or so I hear. I wouldn't mind helping the fellow if we can. I owe it to him. Or you can be a young monkey lizard and ignore me, I guess. Well, I don't expect much these days.
Okay, bro. So you have nothing to say to this guy who's talking about them. Okay, whatever. I think we have to go to the jail cells. I'm not sure where else to go. Well, maybe we can go to the East Courtyard. I thought that led to the Sith Enclave, but I'm not sure. I do get... Oh, God, I forgot to plug that in. Hold on. Well, I was going to say, I get very confused wandering around Manaan. Manaan confuses me for some reason. So let's go this way. See if that's where the prison is. I do remember the prison. And I remember thinking how weird it was that I couldn't do anything with it. It was just there. Yeah, and obviously the hotel quest. Something in the back of my mind. I probably should have thought to return there just before we did the Starforge thing, but I also didn't. I wasn't thinking I also needed to go back to Tatooine, so I just wasn't really thinking about anything. So, okay, that's the Sith Enclave. This is where the swoop bikes are. So this is the wrong way. Oh, man, why am I out of breath? God damn it. Just gotta go to the next room to get a thing. Yeah, oh, I finished, I caught up with a Sonic the Hedgehog comic as well. Now that one ran out of issues. Steven the Universe says it's continuing for some reason, but, like, it's ended. Like, it ended back around when the show ended, I believe. So they're not making new comics, so I just read the final one, and it doesn't look like they're planning anymore. But... for Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm fully caught up, so, you know, I finished all through 2020, and then the next are comics that came out this year, which aren't free yet. It's fully understandable. But it's really good. It's a really solid series. I'm not even like a huge Sonic fan or anything. It's just, I don't know. I'm a Sonic fan in passing. I think the reason I started reading this comic was because I think I was looking for more like not like more comics that weren't like Marvel or DC. I think I just stumbled across it because like the majority of those issues were free to read, and it was just like highly like I think Comixology was kind of like shoving it in my face a little bit, you know, like read this, you'll probably like this. I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll read that. I like Sonic. I think that's the only reason I read it. But it's like it's really good, yeah. I'd recommend it. If you're a huge Sonic fan, you'll probably love it. If you're a mild Sonic fan, you'll probably like it. It's not bad. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun at times. There've only been like 2 big. I think I read like 30-something issues, almost 40. I think there's only been... There you are.
It is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Elora. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Elora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry, somehow.
Okay. Oh man, well this is finally coming together because I always was curious about that whole situation, but now I'm seeing how this could work. If they appoint me as like a, you know, an investigator. We are not free to discuss the incident. We remember your involvement in it quite well. What is it you wish to bring to my attention? I'd like to investigate the murder case involving Sunry. It is acceptable, I believe. In Manaan legal tradition, the defendant can have an arbiter who tries to prove his innocence in court. This arbiter is a neutral party that can investigate and present evidence in the trial and argue on the defendant's behalf. As you are a Jedi, I believe you could fulfill this role adequately.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
So be it. You are now appointed arbiter in the case of Sunry versus the Sith Empire. Your name and position have been recorded in our files. I will now inform you of the pertinent facts in this case. You have a limited amount of time in which to investigate and organize the defense of your client, and I advise you to use it wisely. Sunry was seen leaving a hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman, Alasa Huros. He has been charged with murder and is being held in the Otto City prison facilities. Due to his crippled status, he is being kept in a solitary holding cell. He's crippled. Witnesses claim to have seen the killing and are being detained at the hotel in question, pending the trial. The manager of the hotel has now been informed of your appointment. Alasa was found dead of a blaster wound with an incriminating Republic medal clutched in her hand. This information has been uploaded to your datapad. It would be wise to review all information before the trial starts. You may question Sunry or the witnesses. The evidence in this case is heavily stacked against Mr. Sunry. I believe it will take some doing to absolve him of guilt.
Yes, but it almost seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
You may also interview the judges here, including myself, to get an idea of the pertinent factors in this case. Since this is also your first case and you are an off-worlder, I feel compelled to add good luck as my final missive. Oh man, this sounds like quite the undertaking, but let's try to get all the facts. I shall answer questions pertaining to the case and those questions only. What do you think of Sunry? I find the idea that some half-human cripple could murder someone as obviously competent as the Sith Alasa questionable at best. Half-human cripple. I need to see him. A man who can barely walk killed a Sith warrior in her prime? Preposterous. But I wouldn't put it past the Republic to try and arrange such circumstances to see her dead. The Sith are much more straightforward about their intentions. Is that all? Is there anything suspicious about this case? I find it presumptuous to assume that the crippled Sunri could kill Alasa. I think that there must have been another there who killed her, perhaps one of the witnesses. I do not know the reason for the medal clutched in Alasa's hand either, but it may have been that she fought them off even as she died. I think this may be the work of some Republic conspiracy, and I'm not afraid to say so. The only means I have of hurting the Republic is through Sunri, then so be it. Why do you hate the Republic? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? I think the Republic is an institution in sore need of change. It's gone on too long, and the Sith are the fresh wind of change blowing across the galaxy. I do not believe in the false stories of the evils of the Sith Empire. Okay, dude. They are nothing compared to the oppression and stagnation that the Republic represents at its core. I don't think you really understand. The Sith they're not good people, man. They're not going to be fair. If I was given the power to decide, Manaan would join the Sith, forcing the Republic to accept the new face of the future. Sadly, it would appear that I am wiser and more farsighted than my immediate superiors. I'm relegated to civil judicial matters. I will judge this case, and I will find Sunri as guilty as he is charged to be.
So nice to meet an impartial judge for a change.
Partiality is one thing. Blindness is another entirely.
You said it, not I.
Are you finished? That's all I've got. Do not bring frivolous topics to discuss. I deal only with trial information. Yes, sure. Judge Coda. Ah, the Arbiter. Since you have been permitted to defend Sunri against these accusations, I will assist how I can. What do you think of Sunri? Sunri was a great warrior in his time. He fought for the Republic against the Sith aggression and proved valorous. I have great respect for his accomplishments and find it tragic that he finds himself in his current condition. If the Republic had more individuals like him right now, I do not believe the Sith would be so great a problem for your people. Is there any other way I can assist you? Is there anything suspicious about this case? I find it questionable that a man with such a reputable past as Sunri would murder a Sith woman, especially not from behind. Knowing the Sith, there was probably some deception involved. They seek to do the same thing to us here. There has been much pressure by the Sith on our government, and even on the judges themselves, to deliver a guilty verdict in this case. But the letter of the law is absolute, and we will not be compromised for Sith power games. Is there anything else you need? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? I find this great battle being waged across the galaxy both disturbing and ultimately tragic. For all its faults, your tottering republic has benefited the vast majority of the galaxy for many millennia. To see it fall into ruin in such a short time. I do not like the Sith. That I make no effort to hide. I will even admit that if given the option, I would rule that we should join the Republic. But I must remain impartial and rule in this case as the law requires. Do you have any additional questions? Well, you have no more questions. If there's anything else you require, feel free to inquire with me. Can I ask you any questions, or are you just here? As Arbiter of the Sunri murder trial, you have the authority to question me on matters pertaining to this case. I have questions about the trial. You have the right, Arbiter, to ask me questions regarding the case. What do you think of Sunri? Sunri is known to be as a hero of the Republic in your perpetual conflicts with the Sith Empire. While he may have been severely injured in the line of duty, I personally hold him in quite high regard. Speaking of that injury, has it been taken into consideration?
Has it been taken into consideration, Your Honor?
In no way does his disability hamper him, though. Rest assured that my personal regard for Sunri will not affect my judgment. While emotion may rule your Senate, the cold, hard hand of the law rules here on Manaan. Is there anything you wish to ask me, human? Is there anything suspicious about this case? Yes, there is something that has been bothering me. The medal that was found clutched in the Sith's hand. I find it most odd that such a blatantly incriminating piece of evidence would be left at the scene of the crime. We have analyzed the evidence, and it does not appear to be a replica, but I still have my doubts. In the midst of the crime, though, Sunri could well have lost it. I have seen much more improbable things happen in my tenure to the courts.
Simply because it was real does not mean Sunri would have overlooked it being in Alasa's hand.
Is there another matter you wish to inquire about, human? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? The governing bodies of both states seek to keep an amicable relationship with our world in order to facilitate the exporting of Kolto. I do not delude myself into thinking that either of your states holds any great love for us, but we are necessary, so you will let us hold our autonomy. I try not to concern myself with intergalactic policy. I find it stretches the letter of the law too much for my tastes. Is there something else that concerns you, human? No, I'm good. Goodbye. Very well. When you feel you have gathered enough evidence, you may speak to the warden in charge of the prison where Sunry is being held. You will bring Sunry to us and the trial will commence. I suppose I must spend some time talking to you since you are here in an official capacity. What do you need? What do you think of Sunry? Sunry was a public soldier, hero even. Do you think his Republic masters would let someone so valuable go so easily? I think not. I think Sunry maintains his contacts with the Republic and seeks to escalate the situation here. There's something else you require. Is there anything suspicious? I find this case to be fairly straightforward. Sunry is from the Republic, Alas from the Sith. Great empires, battling, now live out their conflict through their minions, too. Is that all? What do you mean, minions? Oh, well, okay, I see what you mean. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? I do not buy into the Republic line that this is some epic battle of the good Republic against the evil Sith Empire. The Sith Empire is merely an expansionistic power, much like the Republic was early in its history. It is simply the turning of history where the old is swept away by the better new. Is there anything intelligent you wish to know? It's so weird how people can, how they have these ideas of the Sith kind of being... Since you have been designated arbiter in the Sunry case, I shall answer questions that you might have. What do you think of Sunry? Sunry is a former Republic officer who is highly regarded by your people. He is admired by your people here on Manaan, and even seems to maintain some sort of relations with them still. If he is as capable as some of the Republic's citizens still believe him to be, he is certainly capable of actions that would result in this murder. Is there anything else you wish to ask in relation to this case? Is there anything suspicious? Well, I have often wondered if Sunry was so innocent, why was he seen fleeing the scene of the crime? Why would he have been running if he had not committed the crime himself, or was at least aware of what had occurred? This case seems fairly simple and obvious to me. Republic types stick together, however, and I assume you will go to lengths to defend him. Well, that's my literal job. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? Both empires are at fault for this current conflict. The Republic and the Sith past... the Republic in the past for laying the foundations upon which the Sith Empire grew. The Sith now, obviously, for starting the war. But no matter the wrongs that have been done in the past, the Sith now have no cause for renewing hostilities. It almost seems as if they just want to conquer everything. I believe the Republic has every right to defend itself and drive the Sith back where they came from. Fortunately for them, and perhaps for us, they do not seem to be doing too good a job of it. Is there anything else you want to know? That's it. Like, they seem to think of these as, like, two neutral powers. Or, like, at least similar. But the Sith are, they're, like, the lengths they have to go to even become Sith. You know, like, they're not just, like, a natural, like, normal organization. You know, they're very okay with, like, killing each other out of, I don't know. They're evil. They mistreat people. They walk all over people. They bully each other, and it's all fine. It's all about power and just demonstrating that. There's no compassion there. It's like kind of weird for people to like think of them as, you know, kind of okay. They're all right. Like, I don't think you guys really understand. I don't think you guys really want them all over the place, because they're not going to be fair. They're not going to treat you right. They're just going to be assholes constantly. I'm going to go to the hotel now. I'm not sure. Actually, can I talk to Sunry? I want to see if I can talk to him. I don't know. Earlier in this game, I might have questioned that a little bit more. Like, oh yeah. It makes sense. You know, they're just people. Maybe they aren't as bad as the Republic, but no. I've seen them. I've seen their academy. I've seen now what it takes to become a Sith, and they're kind of just evil. They're kind of just evil, like, objectively, you know? Not good people. And I mean, the Cellcath should know that, especially the Cellcath judges that have been dealing with the fucking Sith and the Republic, but I'm sure to them they kind of look the same, but I mean, it depends on if you're looking at... We talked to Alora. What do
I
you
hear
know?
you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit.
Can you tell me anything about Sunry?
Sunry is... he's a cripple. There's no way he could have overpowered this Sith woman like they claim.
Yeah, I gleaned that.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's
how?
not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than the Sith woman.
Are you saying someone your age couldn't overpower a woman?
I'm a Jedi, and one who is living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunry here.
I agree.
And there's no
I don't
way
know
he would
why.
do
It was
something
just-
so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunry's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic.
Don't worry, Alora, I'll save him.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
I mean, I'm hoping he didn't do it. I gotta be, you know, you know, I can't make a decision before I have all the facts. Can I talk to Sunry? You come and go as you please, Arbiter. Find the door unlocked. If you wish to begin your trial, you must make the request to the warden. It shall then be passed on to the judges. Okay. So there's Sunry. There's the warden. Who's this guy?
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
Quiet, off-world scum. Jesus. What's up?
Jolie, what are you doing here? Alora sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the cellcasts seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Let's go over the evidence. You know what?
Very well. Once you've gotten enough evidence to go to trial,
I'll be back to question him. I think I want to investigate the hotel first, actually. I thought I'd want to question him first, but now I'm thinking, like, I should know all the facts of the case before I talk to him. Just to make sure, because I'm probably going to have to talk to him again anyways. So, let's gather the facts. I do like playing detective. This is a fun role for me. We should play more detective games. I'd probably have fun with those. Will we play Ace Attorney or something? Oh, by the way, I've been trying to think of a game that I can replace Grandia with. I actually wasn't sure if I wanted to start something. I kind of was like, maybe I'll just take a break for the third slot for a little while and not do anything. Which, who knows? I mean, I don't know. I don't want to make anything concrete yet, but I did have an idea of, like, one thing I wanted to do. But logistically, I'm not sure that I'll be able to do it, so I might do something else instead. Just know that, you know, we're working on it. Or I'm working on it. I'll find something. So, Grandia is officially over. No more episodes. I finished the game. It's done. So if you want to watch the whole thing, you can do that now.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
Tell me what you saw the night of the murder.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple, but he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty damn sure he left after the shot went off.
I mean, you're saying that in a weird way. Could it have gone off after you left?
No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
I want to ask
What do you
something
want
else.
to know?
What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Elasa used to rent rooms here every week or so. Then Sunry would come by a couple hours later and stay all night. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what was going on.
Whoa, this is... What? What? Who were the witnesses in the hotel?
There were only 2 other people in the hotel when it happened. One was a Rhodian named Glupor.
Glupor.
Seems like a really dirty, shifty type.
Who's the other?
Normally, I don't let his kind in here. I'm a reputable businessman, you know. But there weren't many people here, so I decided to take a chance. The other is a regular named Firith Me. He's a Pazak player. Probably an addict, but he claims he's big in some circles. Don't know anything about him other than that. Anything else you want?
No more questions.
Well, okay.
Well, I would like to find these 2 people. Can I investigate the room? Ah. Okay, there's Ferrith Me. 100 credits. Hello?
You with the cell, Kath? You here to see me about the murder, too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me?
What do you know about Sunry and Alasa?
Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
What the fuck? You mean Sunry was having a relationship with Alasa?
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business.
Interesting.
And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Sith Master.
Well, Alasa was a Sith, so of course she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
I know you want to tell me.
You know, I think I could trust you. Heck, I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time, I saw Alasa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention. But this time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course, and her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Alasa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
She was a dark Jedi?
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify it to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
You giving me dark side points for that? Man, I don't know what's gonna give me dark side points in this game. It's just I don't have good persuasion, so I use force persuade. Get out of my way. I mean, is there... Actually, there was another...
You again.
What did you see the night of the murder?
I was in my room, minding my own business, with the latest copy of Pazak Weekly, checking out the listings for the big tournament that's going to be held here soon, when I heard a blaster shot. being still alive, and therefore smart enough not to stick my head out immediately, I didn't go out right away. I looked out after a minute and saw Glupor in the hall by Elassa's room, and Sunry running like the wind. You can't tell me that someone who was running like that, and he was pretty fast for a cripple, isn't guilty.
Okay.
Yes, well, I'll be right here. Not like they're letting me go anywhere else.
Alright. Interesting stuff. We heard a blaster shot. Why did we hear a blaster shot? There's Glupor. Is there anybody in here? It's a locker. I already checked that, I guess. Alright, what's your deal? I should save. I haven't saved in like a million years. I'm here with Cellcat. You have questions for Glupor. Glupor already say everything he knows. I have questions about the murder of Elassa. Glupor tell everything to Cellcat. You not know? Glupor have no reason not to say. Glupor tell everything. Everything about murder, everything about Sith Lady's room. Why were you at the hotel? Glupor's staying at hotel. Glupor not very rich. Hotel much too rich for Glupor to live at. But Glupor's stay for weeks and have enough to stay here for a few days. Using Glupor's chance to live better for a while. What did you see? Glupor not see murder. Oh no, Glupor did see Republic guy, the cripple, Sunry is named. Glupor thinks. Glupor see Sunry running away from scene of crime. Glupor see nothing else at all, especially not in Sith Lady's room. What about Elassa's room? Glupor just curious to see what had happened. Glupor have no reason to go into the room. No one paid Glupor to do it. You want to tell me who paid you and for what? Glupor wants to tell you. Glupor want to tell you Sith paid him money to plant metal on body. Well, cool. Glupor want to tell you this because you are Glupor's friend. Good friend. Maybe give Glupor money, maybe not. I'll ask more questions later. Glupor answer later, too, then. Cellcat not let Glupor leave while trial's still on. Oh, I didn't get dark side points for that. Just for persuading an innocent, I guess, as long as he's as long as he does something wrong. Alright, well, we got some evidence here.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh?
Yeah, okay.
Well, okay.
Wasn't sure if I could ask him any more details. So, Glupor placed the metal, so that removes one piece of evidence. We still don't know who killed her, but we do know that she was allegedly a Sith, a dark Jedi. Mysterious man.
Jedi, I hear you are investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
Yeah, seems like that. What do you mean?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Elassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints. You understand, yes?
I think so, kinda.
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom of this murder, you might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies.
They'd just give it to me?
Of course not. You think state secrets are for sale on the common market?
No.
You would have to be devious to get what you want. Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Oh man, this is a big quest, huh? This is a big thing. Well, the Republic base is like right here. So I could go straight into the Republic embassy, I guess, and check out what they've got to offer me. This might end up being somewhat complicated. We'll figure this out. Because there's definitely a lot of big question marks in this. Why were they meeting constantly, every night? Especially since he's married. I might have to ask the wife if she knows anything. She might have something to say about that. Surely she knows, you know? Surely. Surely she would notice that. And then, you know, if she's a Dark Jedi, which, you know, there was some curiosity about that. She could just have a lightsaber, not because she's a Dark Jedi, but at the same time, I at least know from the gameplay aspect of this that you have to be a Jedi to wield a lightsaber. Not just anyone can, like, use it as a weapon. But I don't know if that's just, like, a gameplay quirk or real in-universe, because I feel like you could just use a, like, lightsaber, right? But in this game, it's restricted only to Jedi, so she'd have to be a Jedi to use it.
Greetings once again. I trust you have been discreet concerning the events at... Should the Selkath obtain proof of... Truth be told, then I shall wish you good...
Sorry, I'm not sure if I just saved. Okay, I saved before going into the embassy.
Greetings once again. I trust you have...
Yep.
Should
Yep.
the Sel...
Yep.
Truth be told,
Yep. I'm investigating the Sunry case.
I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to believe. I never met Sunry, but he's a hero of the Republic, not a murderer. The so-called evidence against him is an obvious frame-up. It has to be. The Sith must have plotted Sunry's downfall to embarrass and discredit the Republic.
Are you so sure it was the Sith?
Who else? Sunry's conviction will be a blow to Republic-Selkath relations. Who would benefit from this other than the Sith? If you want to solve this mess, I would focus on the Sith. That or check out the murder scene at the hotel. Talk to the other guests. Maybe they know something. I regret I could not... Then I shall wish you good day.
Okay. He seems to have very little to offer me here. Can I
Greetings once again.
ask you again?
Should the Truth be told, I don't know much about the facts of the case, but I find it hard to... The so-called evidence against him is...
That's one possibility.
If you want to solve this mess, I regret I could not... Then I
Okay,
shall wish you good...
we'll try the final option. I don't know
Greetings
if he
once
has
again.
anything to say to me.
Should the Selkath of... Truth be told, I don't know much about the so-called evidence...
Any chance the Republic is
The
involved?
Republic? That makes no sense. Sunry has no enemies in the Republic, and his conviction will make all of our jobs more difficult. If you want to solve this, I regret I could not...
Alright. That seems to
Then
be
I shall
all
wish
he's
you
going to
good-
offer us here. Which is, fine, I guess, but not much to go off of exactly. I can slice the Republic system. Should I try to do that? Maybe I'll try. I don't know. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'll give it a go. If there's any chance I can learn anything. I feel like I might get dark side points for it, though. Oh, man. Disable local power grid. Jesus. Access restricted data archives. Sunry incident archive. Computer screen switches to a fisheye view from some sort of small surveillance device on a wall. A beautiful young woman enters the room, followed by a much older man. Why do they have surveillance in the hotel? That's weird. She walks farther into the room. He softly closes the door, pulls a blaster, and shoots her in the back. This must be some sort of secret recording of Sunry murdering Alasa. Wow. So he did do it. Wow, okay. Oh man, alright. Well, this is getting to be Interesting.
Greetings once again. Should the cell cat... Truth be told,
I just want to see if I can,
then I shall wish you good day.
Oh man, this is getting to be something, huh? I can question him about this, but I'm gonna reveal that I hacked into the Republic archives, which is,
Greetings once again.
you know,
Should the cell cat...
not
Truth be
something that
told,
maybe I should have done. I found this recording in your computers.
You mean you sliced into our... That is a very serious crime.
know.
We could have you executed for treason if that information causes any harm. But I may just be willing to overlook this transgression if you never tell another living being about it. And that is all I will ever tell you on the matter. I don't know much about the fact... The so-called evidence... The Republic? Let me... If you want to solve this, I regret I could not... Then I shall wish you good...
What do I do? I mean, if he did it, and we have the recording of him doing it, like, what's the reason? Why did he do it? Why did he meet with this girl and then murder her? And if what he's saying is true, like, which it does seem to be realistically, why would the Republic want that to happen? Or maybe they didn't want that to happen, and that's why they're trying to cover it up. Because they know it's going to do more harm than good for them. What is going on? Then again, if she's a Dark Jedi, maybe she had some plot. If I can reveal that maybe he did it for a good reason, but it's still murder either way. Of course, I don't know. The Selkath have weird laws. I mean, I stormed the Sith embassy, murdered a lot of people, and I got out scot-free. So I did it for a good reason. Or at least the reason that the Selkath supported me on. Because it affected them. Oh, man. This is sticky. This is sticky. There's probably no one to talk to here, huh?
This entrance to the Sith Embassy has been closed temporarily due to a maintenance failure. The main entrance to the embassy will reopen when the problem has been fixed.
I heard the embassy was attacked.
What? How did you... This unit has no knowledge of what you're talking about. Those with legitimate business with the Sith should... This entrance...
How can I get inside now?
The secondary external entrance is reserved for Sith personnel only and is not to be used by visitors. Those with legitimate business with the Sith should return...
Okay. Shit. I can't really question the Sith then, can I? If there's no way into the Sith embassy. Am I gonna get attacked for this? Just walk in. He didn't try to stop me. They're all dead though, are they not? I mean, that's, you know, I did that. Is there anybody even to question in here? No, there's not. I mean, unless I can find a computer or something that might enlighten us to more information, but otherwise, I mean, the evidence is looking like this was the Republic. You know? So what should I even... What do I even do? The only other option I have is to question Sunry. Other than, you know, questioning his wife, of course. Which I could do. I'm going to the computer room. Gosh, I don't really know if there's gonna be any information here, but I'm gonna have to waste a bunch of spikes trying. Alright, there was nothing in there. I'm just reloading the saves so as not to waste a bunch of spikes that I wasted in there. Really didn't give me any information, so it was kind of pointless. I don't really know what all we could get. Like, we can't get anything from the Sith Embassy because they're all gone.